Ave Maria about 2 hours away, making the trek with about 150 students strong. Coastal Georgia on the other side, also in the tournament for, I believe, the first time, but have upset a few opponents so far, including the #1 Warner University and the #4 Kaiser University in the quarterfinal. So here we go, the tip-off and underway.
Coastal Georgia presents a number of challenges for teams. They've got guys like Goodman and Wade, and especially Smallwood right there. They are long, they are lengthy, they're athletic, and they are dangerous, especially on the offensive glass. For the Gyrenes, it's all about Riccio, Beren. They are two guys that can score and score efficiently. If you get Brankov in the mix, it's really dangerous because he's a big body that's not great with his feet, but he can make things happen, and he can get a lot of second chance points his way. So neither team particularly sharp this opening possession. But we'll see what Canada, Goodman, and the rest can do here. And don't forget about Sullivan. He played a huge role yesterday in the win for Ave Maria, as he was able to come away with 16 points. He was the third leading scorer for that team.
Another miss by Smallwood. The Gyrenes will charge the other way. It's Wade with the ball.
Beren for three. Picking up right where he left off yesterday. He was 2 for 7 from downtown. He had a team second high, 17 points. As Brankov grabs that rebound, here come the Gyrenes. Looking to build on the 3-0 lead. Riccio for three. And you can hear which team is winning this game right now, as the Gyrenes crowd is unbelievably electric.
Well, this is going to be something we're going to have to watch and monitor. Not only did Ave Maria absolutely pack the stadium today, but Coastal is going to have to overcome that. We saw Southeastern battle actually very well against this crowd being outnumbered, as Smallwood gets on the board for Coastal with that 6-2 Ave out on top. But this Ave Maria crowd last night, they did not stop. Every single possession, the entire game, they were lit the whole time.
They were, and they faced a very tough Southeastern team, and at times you thought they could not overcome a deficit. But with shots like that from Bates, that's exactly what they did. They clawed back from 10, they were up 10, and in the waning moments, they made the plays that you have to win and advance. Canada with a poor shot there as Riccio comes down with the board. 9-2, Riccio for three. How about three more? Oh, that could have been a huge swinger to give Ave a 10-point lead here with about 3 minutes inside this first half. So Canada and Wade, Goodman, and Smallwood. And Canada misses the lay-in. Here comes Ave, Beren with it. He's dangerous to pull from anywhere. Bates with it. Drives inside, kicks down. Brankov has it stripped away. That's why a big man should never bring it down, otherwise it's too easy for his opponent. And there's a foul. And I think they're going to get Riccio possibly.
As they take that foul, let's take a look at some numbers from yesterday. A couple of guys really putting in their name in the mix for making the all-tournament team. Jalen Smallwood, not only an all-conference first-team nomination, but 35 points against the Royals of Warner yesterday, and he's joined by Leslie, who put up 21 in the game. Both of them combined 56 points.
As Leslie misses that lay-in right there, Beren with the rebound. Yeah, Leslie had a couple of monster dunks yesterday, and Smallwood was perfect from the free throw line last night, which is a big reason why Coastal Georgia knocked off Warner. Beren wide open for three. No. Gonna pull back out. Bates inside. Bates, he's got space. Little lay-in, short. And is tracked down by Smallwood, who brings it out. And don't look now, but Sullivan of the Gyrenes is waiting to get in. He had 16 points yesterday, knocked down 3 three-pointers, played a tremendous role in their win.
Absolute danger beyond the arc is Sullivan.
Smallwood, tough off-bounce shot, knocked away, but he keeps fighting. That's a great second effort there by Smallwood.
And Brankov reached behind himself to get a hand on that ball.
Riccio guarded tightly by Leslie. The defense gives Bates a lot of space because he doesn't take a lot of threes. Right now, Wade is giving him a lot of space, but doesn't take advantage of it. Instead, he's going to settle for the corner three, and that's by Watts.
That's 4 3-pointers to start for Ave Maria. They've made all 3-pointers, and they now have the lead 12-4.
We're now inside, approaching 5 minutes in this first half. And the foul, how about that? Goodman finds a way to get it around the big man, and it goes off the glass. Chance to make his own 3-point play.
So Coastal, as we mentioned yesterday, they have one player on the roster that is under the height of 6'1". So that is going to be their strength this game, not to mention as they have a bunch of tall players. They are very athletic. But on the other side, Ave Maria yesterday putting up 4 players with double-digit points. Bates had 20, Berend had 17, Sullivan was 16, and Grucic with 10.
This is a great combination here. This fight is going to be between a team that's a little smaller in size, but can shoot much better from the outside. Coastal George, as I mentioned, they are lengthy, they are athletic, and that's what gave Warner so many problems yesterday. When Warner plays teams, they have guys like Mercer and Williams and Sheldon. They're guards that are 6'2", 6'1", but can have a 40-inch vert. Well, playing against Coastal Georgia, who dominated the offensive glass yesterday by the tune of 13-9, it was a big issue, and that's one reason why Warner got knocked out and why Coastal Georgia is where they are right now.
Ave Maria 4 of 7 from the field, hitting 4 of 6 3-pointers, and that's how they are off to this lead up to this point. They had to double check the scoreboard. The official stats online had it at 12-7, and the scoreboard had it at 12-8, so they have made that adjustment. That's back now and corrected.
So Berend's going to pass it in here. Take it right back. Him against the smaller Canada. That's a mismatch I would take advantage of all day if I was Ave. Berend is so much more athletic. He's bigger. He can shoot the ball. Makes it very dangerous.
Especially if he can get down underneath unguarded. Just
great pass
that.
Inside. The lay-in is good. Excellent effort there by Grucic. It just came in for Brankoff. Yesterday, Grucic played a large role. He tallied 1 block, but put up 10 points. For a guy that's not a typical double-digit guy, that was tough. And look at that. His defense getting in the face of Goodman, making it very difficult to find a hole to shoot.
There's been a few early drives by Coastal. It seems like they cannot put something together and be coordinated. They've got to be able to do that.
3-point goes wanting there. Sullivan gets a hand on that pass, almost stolen away. Here comes Canada. Smallgood thought about it. Throws it up, loses it. A good save there for Leslie, who holds on to it.
That was a good pass underneath, losing control. That was Wade, excuse me.
We got a timeout, 14-7. It is Ave Maria playing tough, making big shots with 14:03 to play here.
Have gone by, and right now it's a 14-7 Ave lead as they have absolutely belted shots from outside of the arc.
Coastal Georgia right now is absolutely ice cold from the field. They're shooting just 3 of 12. That's 25%. Meanwhile, Ave Maria is shooting 55%. They've knocked down 4 field goals from 3-point range. And a bucket there by Bates makes it now 6 of 10 on the game. And the lead's up to 9, 16-7, 13-30 and counting in this first half. So let's see how Coastal Georgia tries to respond. Shooting poor numbers right now, out of rhythm. Ave's defense badgering them. Katushkis with it. He was a good factor yesterday in this ball game. Almost traveled there. Might have gotten away with a walk. We got a whistle. And the foul is going to go against Ave Maria as number 22, Jalen Smallwood, will step to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is going to be tallied against Sullivan of Ave Maria, his first personal of the game.
As you said earlier, yesterday, Smallwood 11 for 11 from the line, so he makes his first today.
And Brankov comes back in for Vucicic for Ave. Right now, Ave has 3 team fouls. Coastal has 0. You don't want to win the race to 7. If you lose that race, well, it's a good thing, because once you hit 17 fouls, you put your opponent in the 1-on-1 bonus on free throws. Baran, good pump fake there. We got a wave off. Basket will not be counted. And we got a foul on the floor. And they're going to call that foul, I believe, against Smallwood.
So Ave Maria entering today's game 22-8 with their overall record. Coastal picking up the win yesterday against Warner, now 16-13 on the season. Both of them fighting in this Sun Conference championship game.
And you start at the outset, as Brankov throws it away, and that's going to be over and back. A little miscommunication between Brankov and Sullivan. You said at the beginning of this contest that this was somewhat the Cinderella story for Ave, first time making this tournament, yet we have the 3 and 5 seed. And to me, that's also equally Cinderella-ish because Warner was the host team, had not lost all season at home. Southeastern, we know, has been a great team in the 2 seed, and yet here we are with the other seeds in this conference championship. Pretty remarkable. Good pass inside, and a foul. That puts Smallwood back at the line to shoot 2.
The biggest thing is both of these teams have earned every bit of why they are in this game. Warner ranked 17th in the country, Southeastern ranked 23rd in the country, so both of them definitely taking over the odds to get to this point. Smallwood at the line again, so he will make his third. He's 3 of 3.
Outside of poor shooting to start this game by Coastal Georgia, teams are pretty even. Rebounds, 8-7. Each team has just 1 turnover. So it's pretty even between these teams. We'll see if Coastal Georgia catches fire and tries to get back in this game from the outside, or if they keep going down low and trying to score points in the paint between India and Leslie.
No longer can call you on the fire puns.
I wondered if you catch on to that one. Brankov wants it inside. Guarded by India. Brankov moving in the paint. Good spin move there. Baby hook shot, air balls. Great play by Leslie to haul that one in. Good pass down low. And a nice outlet pass as it's Wade laying it off the glass, cutting it. 16-13 now. 3-point game, under 12 minutes to play in this opening half. Ave in white and green, Coastal in blue and white. And there's an easy foul. That's going to go against number 32 for Coastal Georgia, Kareem Nadia. Vucicic comes back in for Brankov. And stepping in the game for Coastal is number 0, Jalen Patrick. Four team fouls for Ave, just 2 for Coastal. And a late sub now coming in for Ave. It's going to be number 5, Lily Paul, in for number 15, Leo Baran. Outlet pass, stolen away.
Uh-oh, here comes Leslie.
Time.
Bah!
Bada bing! He did that yesterday early on against Warner, and that kind of set the tone for the level of intensity Coastal Georgia was going to play with. 16-15 now. Coastal Georgia on a 5-0 run. Oh, big push inside, no foul call. Good pass down low. Bates can't hit it, but we do have a whistle. And that will send number 11, Romello Bates, to the line.
You know, something I've been looking forward to both of these teams playing each other. I watched a lot of video over the past week, especially in regards to the top plays throughout the season. And both of these teams have the ability to make some phenomenal plays up underneath the net, including dunks. And they both made a lot of the highlight reels.
as Bates knocks down her first. Want to give a congratulations to John Lamano. We touched on it yesterday. He, along with Warner's head basketball coach, Sean Hammerhand, named co-coaches of the year in the Sun Conference. And as you said, that's an extreme honor for where this program was and all the hard work he's put into it. Hard work does pay off. It just might take more time for others. Also
athletic director of Ave Maria, so big role for Coach as he's got his team rolling.
Bates knocks down the pair of free throws. India, we got a whistle and a travel. India took too many steps, and the turnover goes to the Gyrenes. 18-15, 11 minutes to go before the first half is ended. The Gyrenes have come out hot. They started the game knocking down 4 consecutive three-pointers. But in the last 10-plus minutes, it has been Coastal Georgia clawing back to make it just a 3-point game. Bates down low, and there's a travel. You don't go inside unless you've got momentum when you're a guard, because those tall trees will really get you tangled up like they just did.
Here comes Berend. He'll check back in.
So phenomenal facility staff making sure we get all wiped up. That way no one's going to slip. They do concessions. They clean the bleachers. They make sure the floor is good to go.
I tell you what, one of the most, you just said that, it made me think about it. One of the most underrated things here is the popcorn. Facility event management does a phenomenal job with the popcorn here in the Turner Athletic Center.
And the hot dogs.
And you can smell it even from over here, and we're on the other side of the gym.
Leslie with a nice move to elevate and bank one in. 18-17, 1-point game. Can Ave respond? Instead, it's Coastal Georgia. Patrick with the steal. He gets fouled, and that's going to go against Watts.
And you also talk about it, these two teams being in the conference, they visit Warner a lot. We also have a Starbucks on campus. Not many people know that, but it's actually, I'm going to say roughly 432 feet away from the gym. Let's go with that.
Roughly?
Roughly.
Okay. Number 10, Jeffrey Steele checks in now for the Gyrenes. So on the floor, it is Watts, it's Patrick. Oh, there's a foul, and we're going to get a charge. They're going to get the charge call going against number 13, Leslie of Coastal Georgia. And that now means it is 5 team fouls for the Gyrenes, 4 for Coastal Georgia, as we are just a couple ticks away from 10 minutes remaining in this first half. 18-17, Ave on top.
Now what I enjoyed about that was Patrick went down on top of, I couldn't see who it was from Ave, but instead of staring him down, he got up and actually helped him back up. That's something we've watched a few times in this tournament. There's been some glares, but instead a little sign of sportsmanship.
As Berend plays great defense against Goodman. Here comes Bates with it. Bates gives it off. 3 from the left corner. Nothing but the side of the backboard, not where you want to be. Canada driving hard, gives it up.
That was knocked out of the hands of Leslie, and we got a timeout call. Okay, I thought he was calling a foul for a second. That one in their finals, so hopeful to hear good things from them. We are back underway here in the Turner Athletic Center.
Tough lay-in, that's no good. Here come the Gyrenes in transition. Bates out in front. He's got a room, we got a lane. A tough lay-in, no good. So we got a foul and a whistle. And let's see possession stays with the Gyrenes. And that is going to go against number 2, Canada of Coastal Georgia.
He almost got Bates with a horse collar.
And if you're not wearing a helmet, the hardwood would not feel good bouncing off that bad boy. Moran with it. Working on Leslie. Good fake and pump. And he misses the lay-in. You don't see that too often from Moran. He's pretty consistent.
Patrick gets up, gets the rebound. Now here come the Mariners.
And we got a whistle. And we're getting a foul call there. That's going to go against Ave Maria. Number 10, Jeffrey Steele, his first personal, and now the 16th foul for Ave. So now they are one away from putting Coastal Georgia in the 1-on-1 bonus.
Shout out to Warner Baseball completing the sweep of Edward Waters today. Another sweep, that's the second sweep of the season so far, and I think they've notched their 10th win already in the early season.
Katuskis, he misses short. Loren with it, pulls up for three in transition. Who did that twice yesterday, knocking down a transition three? I'm telling you, that is the toughest shot in basketball to make. You're not set, you don't have good balance, and yet he does it again. Katuskis, this time he executes the layup.
See, Coastal has not been that efficient from the three-point line. However, they're getting underneath and getting the job done as they still just trail by 2.
Watts almost lost it. He gets fouled, and that is Canada. He gets rung up with the foul. Should be his second personal foul. And the 16th foul now for Coastal Georgia. As number 1, Vucic goes back in for for Ave. So 21-19, 8:17 to go in this one so far. Ave's relying on the talents of Bates and Baren, Mauricio, and Watts. As Vucic comes out way in the backcourt to receive the inbounds pass. Bates guarded by Leslie. Sullivan inside. Short jumper. I love it when a player knows how to use the glass, not just for layups, but for simple jump shots like that too. Nice to see the fundamentals. Zyrene crowd back into it, 23-19, pull-up jumper, and Leslie quiets the momentum just a bit.
And in case you were wondering why Ave did not stop cheering on that call, they hit 23 yet again.
Yes.
23, a very important number as of recent.
Bates by himself, down low. Vucic misses it. The tip in no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go over to Coastal Georgia. So the Mariners have not shot that great in this game. They've only shot 38% from the floor. Meanwhile, Ave shot 46%, and they've knocked down almost half of their three-point attempts. But it's a 2-point game. So credit Coastal Georgia for fighting for this one. Katsukis, tough forearm there. And indeed it's going to get rung up with the charge call as he barreled through number 3, Sullivan. So that's the 7th foul for this Coastal Georgia team. Any foul from here on out will put Ave at the line to shoot at least one free throw. Leslie on the rim, swings it over. Watts with it, good lay-in, and he gets bailed out by the foul call. So he will step to the line and shoot 2 free throws. .648 to go here in this first half. 23-21. Ave Maria, the Gyrenes, wearing white with green numbers, lead Coastal Georgia, the Mariners, in the blue jerseys and gray numbers. And shoot a roll. That's the first one to go. So far, really, for Coastal Georgia, it's just been Smallwood. He's got the leader with 8 points. And that's not bad. The Mariners do not have the same production they did last night, Kyle.
Leslie is close with 6, but other than that, they've been pretty much the only 2 to muster up some points. On the other side, Bates has 7, Berend has 6, and Watts has 5.
Good hands by Bates as he pokes that one away, comes up with the steal. Berend swings it around. Can they get the ball inside? Right now they're just on the outside. Deep three. Might have rushed that one there as Beren trying to take a real gutsy shot. Here comes Katushkis. Bounce pass inside. That's stolen away. Here comes Bates. It's a 3-on-2. Swings it around. Sullivan drives inside. Nowhere to go. Watts thought about it. Riccio with it. No foul call. Watts. He comes away as the luggage somehow finds his footing and lays it in. Couple could have been calls there, Kyle. Could have been a charge or a block. We got a whistle.
Looks like a timeout going to be called by Coastal. Going to take a second to try to refigure a game plan. 27-21, Ave out to the lead. 5:38 left in the first half. This is the Sun Conference. It is Ave Maria that has a 6-point lead. Other than that, rebounds are at 12 apiece. Assists, Ave has 6, Coastal has 3. And personal fouls, it is Coastal with 8, Ave with 6.
Leslie for 3. Misses that attempt. Goodman skies for it. Down a little Smallwood. And that means Smallwood now has 10 points for Coastal Georgia, and he leads the team. Followed by Leslie, who's got 6. Turnovers as well. Each team has 4 turnovers apiece. It's just a difference in the fact that Coastal was 9 of 21, and Ave is 9 of 21 right now. Bates kicks it out. I did not think Vucic was going to hoist one up from the outside. Bates, and we got a charge. That easy call there against Bates as he tried to pull his way inside like a china shop.
Been a few charge calls already in this first half. Coastal now cutting it down to 4 as Ave's on top 27-23. And now we're officially under 5 minutes to play in the first half.
Jalen Patrick comes in for Coastal Georgia, along with number 20, Gianpaolo Riccio, for the Gyrenes. Good pass inside, Smallwood.
And again, you have got to get underneath and stop Smallwood. Otherwise, he's going to take control. That is his 12th point already.
Beren for 3, wide open. Never a doubt when this guy shoots the ball. He is now 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. The 5-point lead restored. We got a whistle, and that's a turnover by Coastal Georgia. Make that their 5th on the night.
And Ave has now hit 6 of 11 from beyond the arc. And you look at the other side, that's really the biggest difference. Coastal's only taken 2 3-point shots, and they've missed both. Ave started out with the first 4 consecutive 3-point shots made. Sullivan drives in, that's off.
Yeah, never had much of a chance. Good defense by Katushkis. 3-pointer, that goes long.
That's the 3rd chance that's missed from Coastal.
Coastal is 0 for 3 on the night from the outside. Vucic, great. Oh, he had Beren, but we got a whistle. And looks like we got a foul. And that is going to put Beren at the line to shoot 1-1.
So, you know, we've discussed this several times throughout the season, being on the call for every Warner basketball game. As far as the 3 points go, you've got Coastal, who's only taken 3 shots. They've missed all 3, but they still only trail by 5. So they are getting the job done underneath, going to Smallwood, finding him wide open. So what do you do to kind of counter that? Do you start taking more 3s, or do you just continue to do what's working and hope your defense is going to stop Ave from making their 3 points?
Just let the game come to you. It's easy to just start jacking up 3s, and when they're going in, it's fine. But when you're like Coastal Georgia and you haven't hit one yet, you don't want to try to start doing too much as Beren makes their first of the 1-on-1. It's almost like football, right? For Coastal Georgia, they have not played their best half yet. They're only down 6 points, and we're very close to halftime. So if you can just get in, keep it under 10, that's going to give you a lot of hope for the second half effort. So as Beren makes the pair, it's now a 7-point Gyrene lead, 32-25, with 3:30 and counting in this championship game. Smallwood with it. That 3 short. Saved by Beren. Bates with it. Here comes Beren. Riccio, good move. How about 3 of those? Oh, Vucicic misses that. And Coastal Georgia and Smallwood finally grab it.
Those are the mistakes they need to start capitalizing, especially with now down to 3 minutes left in the first half.
Coastal Georgia trying to swing it around, manipulate the defense. Good pass inside to Goodman. He's got the step, doesn't get the foul call. And he's kind of walking back. You can see his effort wasn't really there. He wanted a call. Yeah, Beren there with the travel. Just a quick second step as Brankoff is going to check back in for the Gyrenes. 2:47 left in this first half. 7-point game. Winner of this game is going to clinch a berth into the national tournament.
That is correct. We've already got Warner University that locked up theirs with the regular season championship, and now the champion today will also head through. So 2 conference bids that make it to the NAIA.
And Dia with a nice move off the glass. Cuts the lead back to 5. Bates down to Brankoff. Kicks it out. Brankoff not looking to do too much scoring here. He could have a chance there. Riccio, the second 3-pointer. He's almost made. This is where Coastal can go on a run. Smallwood guarded heavily. Elevates, and he makes the short jumper.
It's a good presence by Smallwood. I was just taking a look at yesterday's time played and the difference. Ave Maria has 4 players over 30 minutes played, and Coastal Georgia just with 1. Smallwood played 36 minutes, almost the entire game. And on the other side, you've got a bunch over 30 minutes. So Coastal Georgia taking their time and getting a lot more guys involved for a longer amount of time, spacing it out versus each player.
Barrett is fouled there on the play. That foul is going to be on number 3 of Coastal Georgia, Zach Gay. And now that is the 10th Mariner foul. So that puts Barrett at the line to shoot 2 free throws. As Leslie checks back in, he'll go in for Wade. This is where championships are won. It's exactly where Beren is standing. The free throw line gives you an open shot every time. It's free points, but so many teams fail to cash in. As Beren knocks down the pair. 5-point lead with just under 2 to play. We've got a timeout here at the Turner Athletic Center. It's 34-29, under 2 to play in the conference championship game.
Back inside the Turner Athletic Center, Kyle Blue on the call, joined by Chris Pinson for this Sun Conference championship game. 34-29, Ave on top.
Approaching a minute 40 left here in this first half. India with it. Great defense played by Riccio. Leslie looking for an option. India guarded hard by Brankoff. Gay down low. And they're going to whistle Beren for the foul. Yeah, we've seen a couple of late whistles over this tournament. For the most part, officiating's been decent. I will say in the Warner contest yesterday, there were a lot of missed calls on both ends. But now that puts Gay at the line as he'll shoot 2. Chance to cut the lead down to 3 for the Gyrenes.
We're going to have a quick stoppage in play. One of the scoreboards inside of the Turner Athletic Center have turned off. So athletic director here for Warner University, John Dunlap, over to save the day. And exactly what it is a flip of a switch right underneath. One of the players got excited, I believe. I shouldn't say player, one of the fans off to the side and flick the switch off for the scoreboard. And there it is.
If only life was just a flick of a switch. It'd be a lot easier.
I wish it was like that for the technology that we have to use for these games. That would make life a lot better.
As Gay's first attempt falls through the net. Cuts it to 4, 34-30. Chance to make it a 3-point game. He misses, and Riccio grabs the rebound. Under 90 seconds to go until we reach halftime.
And it's a 4-point separation. Ave on top.
Bates down to Brankoff. and it goes out of bounds. That was tough there. Bates looked like he was going to make a jump shot. Brankov acted like he was going for a rebound. By the time his reactions kicked in, turnover. So now that equals the turnovers, 5 per team. Turnovers, fouls, missed free throws, all things that can come back to bite you. Gay thought about the 3. Smallwood can't get it to go. We got a tie-up. And I know Ricio's down there. He jumped on it.
Gonna mark the jump ball. It's pointed towards Coastal.
I'm not sure where Brankov is going. It should stay down here. However, I guess they're going to say it's Ave ball.
I wonder if they made the switch before we look down at the scorer's table.
They must have, because it's right in front of us, and we both see the light looking at the blue Coastal bench.
Unless it's opposite. Maybe it's opposite on our side.
Well, either way, now they flipped over. There you go. So 40 seconds to go before the end of the first half. 34-30, Ave with the lead and the ball. 15 to go on the shot clock. Watts gets hit, and I think he got hit across the face.
Still almost made the shot. He goes down in a heap. I'm going to guess that was something to do with his eye at that point. The trainer for Ave asking if he can come out there.
And that's going to be number 22, Jalen Smallwood, a Coastal run up for the foul. That's his second personal foul this half.
So 30 seconds left. The shot clock, I believe, will be turned off, as it's technically 29.5 seconds left in the first half.
So this is interesting. At the line for Ave, you got number 2, Kalen Watts. He is 2 for 2 tonight, but he did just apparently get hit in the eye. So now he's going to try and compose himself, focus on his dazed vision, and try to knock down a free throw or 2 to extend this lead.
And Watts actually never approached the line in last night's game, so didn't have a shot. This is his first here, and he makes it.
That kid's tough, you know that? Not a lot of guys can come back in with less than 30 seconds in the first half, and after getting fouled in the eye, make the free throw. That's pretty good. As Riccio steps out, Sullivan and Grucic step in for the Gyrenes. And the second one comes out. 35-30, under 30 seconds to play now. Coastal Georgia looking to make a basket. Cut into this lead by just a hair. Katushkis with it, winding down the clock, guarded by Bates. Losing it and coming away with it is Bates. Bates to Durant, 4 seconds, up the court. The way in is good! And the first half ends in favor of Watts, who somehow made the last 2 free throws and the halftime buzzer beater layup. 37-30.
That's going to take us into halftime. Ave on top again. The Sun Conference men's basketball championship game. Ave on top 37-30. Once we come back, that'll be it. It's all down to the second half. Who will be on top? This is the Sun Conference men's basketball championship, brought to you by the Royal Sports Network. Of the Turner Athletics Center on the campus of Warner University, the Sun Conference men's basketball championship. We are in the second half. Kyle Blue, Chris Pinson on the call. Here comes Coastal Georgia.
Goodman for 3. That's off the mark and grabbed down by Beret. Here come the Gyrenes. They've got the 7-point lead. They got all the momentum. Driving inside, laying off the glass. How about that? Nice move there by the Gyrenes, number 2, Kalen Watts. That's his 12th point of this contest.
And that puts Ave out to a 9-point lead to start the second half.
We got a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to get number 0, Brankov of the Gyrenes on that one. We'll reach him.
Recapping the first half, Jalen Smallwood for the Mariners, 14 points, 5 of 10 from the field, hitting all 4 of his free throws. He's been a big-time powerhouse for the Mariners and definitely going to continue throughout the second half.
Yeah, Smallwood and then Boren on the opposite end for Ave. They're both a perfect 4-4 from the line. First half was kind of a struggle for Coastal Georgia. At first, they were shooting just 25% early on in this game, and that got them back in it, ballooning up to 41, as it's Goodman laying that one inside. So we're inside 60 seconds in the second half, 39-32. Ave with the lead. The number 3 seed trying to lock up this tournament. As once again, it is Watts. He now has 14 for the Gyrenes, and he's the team leader. Been having a big tournament so far. Canada inside, swatted away, Kucic. And man, Boren just threw that thing as hard as he could off of number 14, Hayden Goins. So
that was a little street ball move.
Oh yeah. 9-point lead. That's all for Mark there by Riccio. Goodman comes down with that rebound. Canada in transition. Goodman guarded by Riccio. And you can hear the crowd. It is mainly a pro-Ave crowd chanting AAU. Smallwood and the basket. Wow.
Smallwood definitely going to be the man to reckon with for the Mariners as he keeps it within striking distance for them. Ave Maria, again, we've mentioned they have traveled extremely well, but it's still over a 2-hour drive from here to Ave Maria. Coastal with a little bit more distance than that, but Ave Maria to have a presence of almost 200 people inside of the Turner Athletic Center, that's amazing.
Moran lays it in, and he gets the basket on the foul. And by the way, that free throw miss by Smallwood is the first miss he's had in 16 trips to the free throw line.
That's amazing, but also think of the free points that we were talking about in the first half.
Yeah. So Beren, he makes the lay-in. He gets the foul going his way. And now he makes the free throw. It is a 10-point game. Coastal Georgia finding itself down in a deeper hole than when it ended the first half. Ave is hot as Smallwood misses from 3. Beren going to take it himself. Watts inside. Grucic almost had it stripped away. He does. And Grucic reaches in, and he's going to foul Canada. When I was a very young kid, my dad was a high school basketball coach, and the one thing he would chide his big men on is when they would take it from chest high to hip high. Because just like that, the guards would get a hand in there, slap it away, and chaos ensues. If you're a big man, keep it by your head. They can't take it away. Ten-point lead. Ave's crowd chanting, "I believe that we will win."
There's a lot of basketball left to play. Coastal getting up underneath, spinning in. That was Goodman.
Goodman's now, he's got 8 points on the night.
Sullivan getting ready to check in for the Gyrenes.
Ricci almost loses it and misses on the reverse lay-in. Here comes Canada. Kickball?
Yep, kick by Watts. I think they're just going to call it out. Leslie going to check in for the Mariners, and also Sullivan for the Gyrenes checks in.
It's interesting how Ave is able to kind of mix and match a big lineup. They can go with Brankov and Grucic, but then they can also go small like they are right now, where Beren is the biggest guy on the floor for them, and Sullivan and Watts, along with Bates and Riccio, not the biggest lineup. So advantage to Coastal with their taller, more athletic players. Leslie inside, tough turnaround. That's no good. Riccio comes down with it.
That was Smallwood that got a tip, but it didn't fall.
Bates inside, working on Goodman. Kicks it out, Riccio. He's gonna drive inside. Tough lay-in. No good, here comes Canada. Flying down. Takes it himself. And it was too much.
I'm pretty sure he faked out Wade
he did.
on that one himself. He had a pretty good move, but then went for the pass instead of the shot.
44-36. 16 minutes away from the end of regulation. Gyrenes in control by 8. And the ball. Baran, good spin move. Tough lane off the glass. That's no good. Look out, here comes Leslie. As Coastal knows they need to score and get some stops. Goodman with it. Great defense by Baran. Goodman and Baran. Now it's Riccio on Leslie. Leslie falls to the floor, no call. Here comes Bates. Riccio with it, almost loses it. And that one's poked and slapped away. Good hands there by Coastal Georgia and Canada. Kyle, we talked yesterday, but let's give a little shout out and show some love to the first team all-conference players for Ave. They've got 3 of them, and they're a major reason why Ave is leading this game in the championship. As Bates hits a 3 from the corner that took a pinball bounce to fall in, but it does.
And it's Beren, Bates, and Riccio that are all made first conference for Ave Maria and Smallwood for Coastal. They're going to take a timeout, and so will we. 47-36, 15-16 left in the Sun Conference Men's Basketball Championship, brought to you by the Warner Royal Sports Network.
Yeah, their fans are in the building. They've got to be close to 200 strong. They are out in force, and they're making lots of noise. Leslie inside to Goodman, guarded by Beren. Tough leaner, and Beren's going to get racked up for the foul. So that's going to put Beren for his second personal, as the Gyrenes now have 14 fouls in the second half compared to Coastal's 1. So far, Beren has been the guy for this team. He's got 16 points, 7 rebounds, a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and he's 3 of 5 from the outside.
And Goodman missed his first free throw attempt. And knocks down a second.
So Grucic will come in for Riccio. As it's Sullivan, Grucic, Beren, Bates, and Watts on the floor for the Gyrenes. Coastal Georgia has Smallwood, Leslie, Katuskis, Goodman, and Canada as their 5. The fans pleading with Grucic to take the jumper, but he's not that skilled quite just yet. Sullivan kicks it out. Now down to 5 on the shot clock. Good lay-in. Grucic couldn't convert. Turns around, can't make that one either. He gets it, keeps fighting for it, and Canada saves it. Katuskis with it, speeding up the floor. And it's an easy foul. That's Beren's 3rd. So with a 10-point lead, what does Ave coach Lamont want to do? You want to take him out? You want to leave him in? There's a lot of time left, and you don't want to get him in foul trouble because he is your catalyst.
And we saw that definitely affect the Royals yesterday as they got in foul trouble early in the first half. And that plagued them through the entire second half.
Coastal just gets the ball in before the 5-second clock. Approaching 14 minutes to go in this second half. 10-point lead for Ave Maria in the white and green jerseys. Coastal Georgia in the blue and gray. Tough shot. That won't fall. Beren with it. That's Beren's 8th rebound of this game. 2 away from a double-double. Beren from 3? No. Going to drive against Goodman. And he is going to get the foul.
So far, Smallwood with 16 and Beren with 16. So both of them the clear leaders. Kalen Watts has 14. So he's very close, and Romello Bates hanging around with 10. Other than that, the next highest Mariner is Goodman with 8.
And I believe they gave that foul to number 0, Jalen Patrick, for Coastal Georgia, his 3rd personal in the game. And Beren, like Smallwood, surprises us, and he misses a free throw.
And that, up until that point, he was 5 of 5, so that is his first.
Smallwood re-enters the game. Beren, if he can make this one, will give Ave an 11-point lead with just a shade under 14 to go. And he does. So the Gyrenes on top of the Mariners by 11, but we're still a long way from home. Smallwood for 3. He misses. Goodman inside. And surprisingly, he can't make that short lay-in, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
I'm not sure if that foul affected him that much or if it just spun right out of his hand.
Yeah.
But he was right next to the rim. But he will head to the line for 2. As he is 2 of 3 from the line today.
So now 2 of 4 for Goodman. I said this last half, free throws can win games and missed free throws lose games. So far, both teams right now, Ave is 11 of 12. And Coastal Georgia is 7 of 9.
So now it just turns to where Coastal needs to start taking advantages on these turnovers from the Gyrenes.
Brankoff looking for an option. Here's Bates inside. Almost loses it. But possession will stay with the Gyrenes as they have just 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 10-point lead. It's comfortable, but you and I both know, and Smallwood and Leslie get hot, they can turn on the Jets real quick. Bates inside the floater. That's short, but it somehow caresses the rim and falls in. 50-38. Ave on top. India working inside. Nice move to get around Brankoff. 13 and counting in this second half. Bates in traffic, kicks it out. Beren for 3. 4 of 6 from the outside tonight. Beren is just having himself a ball game. Full timeout taken by Coastal Georgia. 53-40, 12:43 to go in the second half. This is the Royal Royals Sports Network.
The conference schedule early on, Ave lost to Coastal Georgia 64-62. Then as of recent, they just played on February 9th. It was actually Ave that won 91-90. So in both of these games, it's been separated by 3 points. That's what we're looking at right now. And right now it's Ave with a 13-point lead. So we'll see if Coastal can make it close yet again.
Ave came on strong at the end of this season. You mentioned they beat Coastal, and then when they played Warner to end the season at home, they beat Warner. So I don't know if you call it maturity, if you call it gelling at the right time, whatever it is, Ave has the mojo and momentum going their way as India missed both free throws, and it stays a 53-40 ball game, Ave on top.
And you got to ask yourself how much this crowd weighs into the factor as well, keeping the players amped up. You have not heard them relent at all.
And there's an over and back, a quick turnover off that. Kind of disappointing. And Bates is going to get a warning for delay of game. So with under 12 and a half minutes remaining in this second half, Ave on top by 13. As the bad pass goes off the hands of India. He wanted another call that he got earlier against Brankoff for holding. And instead, call falls on deaf ears.
Huh?
Exactly. Trying to get across half court. Ave does. Beren with it. To Bates, to Sullivan for three. He's so deadly from there. He can't get it, but Brenkov gets it.
Berend was just triple teamed, leaving two Gyrenes wide open.
Coastal Georgia very fortunate that Sullivan didn't bury that three like he did when he made three yesterday, and they all came at crucial junctions. Bates with it. Looking for an option. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bates got to make a move on the rim. Hoist of a long, tall shot. That partner is a skyscraper.
He had no choice but to put it up as he had a hand in his face, and somehow that fell.
Smallwood for three.
Answers quickly. Smallwood continues his reign.
He's now got 19 on the ball game as he continues his trek. Sullivan loses it. Tough pass there to Snag. Good play.
And just like that, Smallwood again. It was Leslie to Smallwood, and there's a small little run, 55-45. So Coastal able to cut back into it and limit it back to 10.
That's the three-point field. Coastal Georgia is just 1 for 7 from the outside. Meanwhile, Ave is 8 of 18. And a big part of that is because of Leo Berend. He's 4 of 6. Bates is 2 of 3. And when you've only knocked down one three-pointer, it can be a long game because you and I have watched a lot of basketball this entire season. And we also know the NBA has gone to just pretty much a three-point shootout. So if you're not knocking down threes or at least answering with twos, you're going to fall behind quickly.
We saw how quickly Ave went out on top. They made their first 4 three-point attempts, so it can happen, and very quickly you just got to have the right guy catch on fire at the same time.
Down to 10 on the shot clock for Ave. Still a 10-point lead. Brenkov with it, down to 5. Looking for a man, he finds Bates. Bates, tough floater, and he gets fouled. He gets fouled by Leslie, and what a bailout that was. Boy, just not a smart play there. So that now puts Bates at the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Bates on the night is 2 for 2.
Especially at this point, that is what Coastal needs to eliminate. You cannot make those easy fouls, especially when a guy is trying to rush and get the shot off at the end of the shot clock. And now you've already turned into 1 free point.
And with Bates's free throw, that means Ave is now 12 of 14 on the night, and Coastal's just 8 of 13. Ooh, that stings. 10 and a half to play.
And the point separation is 11. So those free throws are everything at this point.
56-45. Good hand in there to slap it away. Down to 15 on the shot clock for Coastal. Katuskis, he finds India. How about Patrick for 3? That's no good.
They just cannot hit that shot.
Berend for 3. How about this dagger? Yes, sir! Are you kidding me? 5 of 7 for Leo Berend. He's got 23 points. He leads all scorers, and his team has a 14-point lead. Smallwood, that's not a good shot. Finds nobody. And it's Bates bringing it out. How about 3 from this guy?
That is the 10th three-pointer made by this Gyrenes team, and you can hear it from the crowd. They've now separated 62-45, and we're going to have a timeout. 62-45, Ave on top with 9.5 left to play in the second half. This is the Sun Conference Men's Basketball Tournament Championship.
Coastal Georgia has got to dig deep here. They've got time to come back, but when you're down by 17, you've got to look inside yourself, grab every ounce of effort and energy you have. Otherwise, the Gyrenes are going to run away with this one because they've got not just the scorer, but they've got the crowd on their side.
And morale, everything. We've pointed out the obvious difference. 1 of 7 from the three-point line for Coastal, shooting 14%. Ave Maria has caught fire definitely as they have hit 10 of 20, shooting 50% from beyond the arc.
And That's 30 points if you're doing the math. 3 points to 30. I'm no math major, but that sounds like a staggering difference to me, partner. Beren with it. As Ave's trying to break the press. Sullivan gets out of the trap. Nice job there. Riccio for three. That's long. Last touched by a gyrene. So possession will take over to Coastal Georgia.
Now, we discussed this earlier, and we'll mention it again for those of you who have recently tuned in. The winner of this game will advance to the NAI National Championship.
Great block. Here comes Gyrenes. Bates with it. And he's going to pull it out. Sullivan. How about three from this guy? And if Sullivan gets in the mix of three-pointers, you're in trouble because it's 11 of 21. 33 points coming from the outside. At an efficient rate like this, it's remarkable.
What a play there.
Katushkis and the foul.
Driving in unfazed. Knocks it down and a chance to make it a three-point play.
So Goodman comes in, Canada comes in, Leslie comes in as Wade checks out, India checks out, and Smallwood is going to take a quick breather.
We've watched this type of game many times, and really it comes down to Coastal. It's going to have to start making their shots.
So Kushtis makes it 65-50, a 15-point game. Sullivan trying to get out of the crowd here. And we got a double dribble by Sullivan.
And it's this type of turnover where it gives them a chance to cut into this lead a little bit more. They trail by 15. That can disappear quickly.
And Sullivan made a terrible move on that play anyways because of the fact that he went right here to the corner. That's an easy trap for a defense. As Goodman and Coastal Georgia can't get the rebound, Ave takes over as Watts will come back in and Beren will step out. 8:12 to go. 15-point lead for the Gyrenes. Bates trying to get across. They do. Riccio with it. As Coastal Georgia's now out man-to-man. What can Ave do to continue building its lead? As we got a slip and a foul, as Canada's going to get racked up. Those are always tough calls when you're the defensive player because you may not have caused the player to slip at all, but just because of the look of it, the perception, the offensive player is going to get the benefit of the doubt. So that's now 5 team fouls for Coastal Georgia, 3 personal going against Canada. Watts inside. Never had a chance on that one. Good defense by Goodman. Here comes Tartushkis.
Into the hands of Canada. Not sure how that happened. Crowd wanting to travel.
Great block by Grucic. Tartushki behind the back.
Oh my goodness!
What a big time jam by Goodman. Good play there to get across half court. Sullivan with it. And now Ave is just content to slow it down real quick. You got a 12-point lead, 7 minutes to go. Don't lose your cool. You cannot get caught up in a rat race here. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Watts with it. Riccio gets a screen. Jump shot contested. And he still knocks it down from the free throw line. The lead to 13 here. Goodman with an easy travel call there. 67-52. Beren checks back in for Grucic. Ave, their fan base is here in droves. They're making all the noise. They've got a 15-point lead as Goodman is going to step out. Coming back in is number 0, Jalen Patrick.
Both of these teams fighting for their first ever men's basketball Sun Conference championship. as we now have 6:45 on the clock.
Last night when Ave Maria stunned Southeastern, you and I saw the fan base here that came 2 hours on a bus, mob midcourt. What do you think is going to happen if they hold on to win their first ever Sun Conference championship? Beren dunk time? Oh, just a soft lay-in. I was waiting for the boom.
I'm not sure, but whenever they storm the court, if this stays through, I will go home eventually.
Here comes Bates out in front. The lay-in, count it. It's a 19-point lead. Coastal Georgia trails 71-52, and Ave's crowd is on their feet, going crazy. Tartushis can't make it. Beren with it. Here's Sullivan down low by himself. The lay-in, that's no good. Oh.
And this is again a chance for Coastal. They have to start capitalizing. Smallwood drives in, a little bit of contact. That's off. Leslie was there to get the rebound slam, but the foul occurred beforehand, so he'll get 2 shots, fouled by Riccio.
So that's Riccio's 4th personal foul for Ave. So far, he and Brankov have the most, and that was the 10th team foul by Ave. So from here on out, shooting or not, Ave will give Coastal Georgia 2 shots at the free throw line.
And another big difference last night as Coastal Georgia played Warner, they were tied 73 apiece with 5.5 minutes left to play. And then it was Warner that ended up losing by 12. So anything can happen still. It's a live ball game, 5:40 on the clock.
Smallwood now 6 of 7 from the line. Good hands there by Patrick. Unfortunately, ball goes out of bounds, and Coastal Georgia will still have to play defense. So Grujic checks back in. Ave's got Beren and Bates, along with Sullivan, Grujic, and Watts on the floor. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Under 5.5 minutes remaining in the Sun Conference Men's Basketball Championship game. Grujic, he's making a move towards the basket. Don't look now.
Leslie comes away with the rebound. It'll be to Canada.
Smallwood trying to call for it inside. 3-point attempt. That's no good. Beren comes down with it finally. Under 5 minutes to go. 17-point lead for the Gyrenes in white, Coastal in blue.
Coastal still just made 1 3-point shot in this game.
And they really haven't tried much more since at least the 12-minute mark of this contest.
They are 1 of 8 right now.
Bates. Unbelievable, as Bates now racks up his 17th point of the night, tying Watts for second most on the team.
Beren with 25. Patrick drives in, and that's going to be a foul on Bates.
And for Bates, that is only his 2nd personal. So Patrick to shoot 2 and try to cut into this 19-point lead.
These will be the first shots for Patrick tonight. Coastal 18 free throw attempts, made 13 of them. We're going to have a timeout called by Ave Maria. Played yesterday, 73-54. Ave on top. Patrick to the line for his first free throw attempts of the day, and he makes his first.
4.5 minutes to go. You're down right now by, make it still 18. You need a lot of shots to fall and a whole lot of stops. One way to do that right here is by getting that full court press. Riccio throws it deep. Grujic, we got a whistle. And the foul is going to go against Ave. I think they're going to call Grujic on that.
And you know something big was about to happen there as Beren was unguarded. Instead, this is a big turnover and a chance for Coastal.
4 minutes to play here. 73-55, Coastal in blue trails. 3 from Smallwood. He's been off a lot today from the outside. Has not had his best game. We got a foul, and that's going to go against Smallwood.
Smallwood just 1 of 5 now from the three-point range. He's made 8 of 18 from the field, so he does account for 23 of the Mariner points. But again, Coastal cannot find a three-point shot.
With that last foul against Coastal, that's their 16th foul. If they get one more, here's a steal by Coastal in the press. Crowd wants to travel. And
they're going to get the timeout wisely called, as that one was a struggle for the ball. 73-55. We're under 4 minutes. Sun Conference Men's Basketball Championship. Jalen Smallwood, Elijah Goodman for the Mariners. 23 points for Smallwood, 11 for Goodman. Ave Maria has Beren, Bates, and Watts.
Smallwood makes an easy layup off the inbounds pass. Ave gets it across half court, evades the full court press. And now they are content to just wind that shot clock, all 30 seconds of it, with a 16-point lead. Coastal Georgia facing more than just a human opponent now. Time is not on their side. Down to 5 on the shot clock, going with it. Riccio, he'll shoot that, look out. How about 3 more? Almost. Beren cuts down the rebound for Ave. And we're going to reset the shot clock.
That is Beren's 13th rebound, so 25 points and 13 rebounds. Definitely has himself a double-double.
All the way to the lane. Watts restoring an 18-point lead. 75-57. He's had himself quite a tournament. As that's Wade inside for the bucket.
Wade putting up his 4th point
Good
today. A good
Smallwood.
takeaway.
Smallwood to the basket. Driving inside, looking for a foul, doesn't get it.
Ooh, big time rebound from Leslie and the immediate putback.
Bates out to Watts. And now you come all the way down to just about 2 minutes. You lead this contest by 14. And there's a foul by Canada.
Listen, Coastal's cutting back. It's a 14-point game now. They've found a way to go on little runs here and there, and now they really need to put something together. 2.5 minutes.
That last team foul against Coastal was their 7th. So from here on out, any fouls will automatically put Ave at the line.
The big question, Chris, do you think Coastal can do it?
At this pace, no. There's too little time. They would have to have a number of turnovers and make at least 5 threes to really put this game back in perspective. Because when you're hitting your free throws and you're not making turnovers, that's a great way to win games.
Ball back in play. Coastal has it on the drive. Big block by Beren. Canada puts it back up. Then it's into the hands of Smallwood, who gets it back up. And now he will head to the line as he's fouled. Foul going against Beren. I believe that's his 4th, is it not? Beren's 3rd. Excuse me, the only one with 4 is Brankoff.
So just over 2 minutes to go. 77-61. Smallwood to shoot 2 free throws. He's only missed 1 free throw in his entire 2-game span here. Right now he's currently 21 of 22. They get 22 of 23. But like I said, it's not impossible right now, but it's not plausible that Ave's going to turn the ball over due to pressure, and we're going to see Coastal hit a barrage of threes. For them to wake up from a 1 for 9 effort from the outside would be shocking, to put it mildly. Sullivan back. Now debates across half court. Riccio.
Ave Maria fans wanted the 3-point shot there, but he's going to dribble it around.
And there's a whistle and a foul. And I think it's going to go against either Smallwood or Leslie. We'll see who gets rung up for it on the official scoreboard. But Riccio will now go to the line, and he'll shoot 1-on-1.
Well, this is not going to surprise you, but Smallwood has only missed 19 free throw attempts on the season. He's 150, going into this game, 150 for 168 for almost 90% at the free throw line.
Wow. Riccio actually missed a free throw. Smallwood, how about 3 of those? He missed again. Tip comes out, rebounded, put up, that's no good. Leslie tries to come inside. Beren with it. Inside 2 minutes, it's a 14-point lead for the Gyranes. Beren with it. And again, he's going to wisely peel it back out. We got a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against Smallwood. So I believe that'll be his 4th personal it is. 97 seconds away from the end of this contest. As Bates can add to it today, as Bates battles home the first. He is now 6 of 7 from the line tonight to make him 22 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 of 3 from behind the arc. That one's off the mark. 90 seconds away from the close of this one. Pass inside, big jam by Leslie.
Leslie's still firing on all cylinders, 78-65. For those viewers at home, this is a foul called right here, I believe, against Coastal, and that's going to be against Smallwood. That's going to be his 5th foul. Smallwood has now fouled out.
And that essentially tells you right there that Coastal's hopes are going to go to rest.
And he doesn't know it yet. He's returning to the line, but that's going to be his 5th, so they're going to ask him to exit.
So that's going to bring in number 14, Hayden Goins, because Smallwood is gone.
Smallwood trying to stay in as long as he can. Big time leader for Coastal Georgia. Smallwood, first team all selection for all conference. Now Coach Watkins going to bring him in, as this kid has poured a lot of heart into this team. And that could potentially be the last time he steps on the basketball court as a Mariner.
Bates now with 24 points on the night. 1 behind Beren for the team lead. 80 seconds away now from the close of this championship game, and Ave crowning themselves their first ever Sun Conference Tournament champions.
Excuse me, Smallwood is a junior. I thought he was a senior at first, so he is okay. He will return next year.
And Ave chanting, this crowd boisterous, excited. Cannot wait for the clock to strike 0-0-0.
So with Smallwood's day done, he finishes with 27 points, 9 of 21 from the field, hitting 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and also with 6 rebounds.
Beren tracks down the rebound. Beren gets across half court, and a charge against Beren. Yeah, easy call there as he gave a good forearm and a tee. We got a technical foul.
And that was his 4th foul. So a technical assessed along with that.
Beren is one of those players who plays with an edge. He will give you some body. He will definitely stare you down. And I believe that if they call the tech on Beren, that will be his 5th foul and he will be gone.
Still waiting to see. For those of you viewers at home, we will stay live through the presentation of the trophies at the end. Lots of awards to give out for these two teams and some others. The foul is definitely against Beren. Double technical foul.
So
Beren gets assessed. That will be his 5th, so he will exit. And also the other technical foul against Patrick and the Mariners. So Berend is out, but with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining and Ave up by 15, I don't think Coach Lamanna is very concerned. Patrick drives in and big time rebound again from Leslie. This guy comes out of nowhere every single time to get the putback.
He's got crazy athleticism. He can make some serious high-flying highlights. Foul there goes against Jones, excuse me.
13 points now, the separation.
So Bates again stepping to the line tonight. He is 7 of 8 from the charity stripe.
Now with that, Bates ties Berend with 25 points on the night. Berend, though, with 15 rebounds. So Berend having fouled out. He's 7 for 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from the three-point arc, 6 of 7 free throws, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And Bates misses that free throw, so they'll stay tied unless he gets fouled again. Leslie for 3. That's no good. Watts with it. Now down to 40 seconds. 27 on the shot clock. Good move by Watts. Dribbles around. Lucio with it.
And they're going to now let the clock wind down. This is going to be the first Sun Conference championship for Ave Maria in men's basketball. Watts going to put it in for 2 as the clock expired on the shot clock. 16 seconds. And here goes the crowd and the team. Ave Maria going to be your 2018-2019 Sun Conference champions. Coach Lamanna is the co-coach of the year, and he leads his team with a number of first-team selections, and here come the fans. Ave Maria with an amazing season, and they have now cemented their way into the NAIA Division II National Championship Tournament. Ave Maria will be joined by Warner University representing the Sun Conference, as Warner was the regular season champions. So with that, the Sun Conference will for sure have 2 teams represented in the National Championship Tournament. A great conference for